Your words. A few months ago, I found myself sitting in a crowded cafe, nursing a coffee and wondering how my life had drifted so far from joy. It wasn't one big catastrophe. It was the slow buildup of everyday disappointments, missed calls, cold silences, words said in irritation, and words left unsaid. I was caught in the middle of a friendship fallout, a strained relationship with my sibling, and an unshakable voice in my head whispering that maybe I was the problem. The more I thought about it, the louder the inner dialogue grew. You push people away. You talk too much. You care too little. I began repeating these phrases to myself until they felt like facts. That afternoon, an elderly woman sat beside me at the cafe's shared table. She wore a pale lavender sweater and had a warmth in her eyes I can't quite explain. After a few polite exchanges, she leaned closer and said, "You remind me of someone I loved once. She used to doubt herself so much. But really, she was just full of feeling. It spilled out awkwardly sometimes, but it was real." I smiled politely, unsure how to respond. She continued, "Do you know what changed her life? Words. The words she started using, with others and with herself. She began saying, 'I'm learning,' instead of 'I can't.' She started thanking people more, even for small things. She made people feel seen. Her voice was soft but steady, like it was wrapped in velvet. She forgave the people who disappointed her, not to excuse them, but to release herself. Because in the end, she said, touching her chest gently, we become what we say and what we carry. That conversation stayed with me. I started noticing things I had ignored before. A friend's quick smile when I said, "Thank you for always checking in." My brother's surprise when I said, "I didn't handle that well. I'm sorry." And my own reflection softening when I looked in the mirror and said, "You're doing better than you think." Words didn't fix everything overnight, but they became my quiet rebellion against resentment, against disconnection, against that inner critic. I also started writing notes on sticky pads, in texts, in my journal. A simple, "I appreciate you." A, "Today was hard, but I handled it." A, "Let's talk when you're ready." Over time, I realized that people weren't always good or bad. Some had hurt me, yes. Some had taught me resilience. But many had offered joy, and a few, true gems, had given me memories that still warm me on the coldest days. In the end, I've come to believe that real connection isn't built in the big moments, but in the quiet ones. The words we choose, the way we listen, the pauses we offer. A simple, "I understand," or "You're not alone," can mean more than 1,000 grand gestures. Words aren't just sounds. They're threads that tie us to others and to ourselves. If we speak with kindness, especially to ourselves, and listen with our whole hearts, we begin to create space for healing, growth, and genuine connection. That's the beauty of it all. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be present with our words, our attention, and our care.